Loren Bravarnik gets slammed for lying about shocking new body. Loren Bravarnik went from 90 Day Fiancé darling with Alexei Bravarnik to one of the more disliked cast members of the franchise. Recently, viewers went in on her again, this time for what many see as her lying about her appearance. So, what's the latest on the fan backlash? For many years, Loren Bravarnik and Alexei Bravarnik were 90 Day Fiancé couple goals. Just like everyone else that's part of the franchise, they experienced their ups and downs as a couple. Rather than throw in the towel, these two stuck it out and stayed together, which is more than can be said for a lot of couples that crash and burn. In recent years, Loren and Alexei have been knocked off their perch, replaced by couples like David Tuborowski and Annie Suwan as franchise favorites. Between controversial parenting and political stances, Loren has done a lot in recent years to rub 90 Day fans the wrong way. Not too long ago, viewers let her have it for something else. Whether you love Loren or hate her, the one thing she does consistently is stand by her convictions. After having 3 kids in 3 years, Alexei Bravarnik's wife went in for a mommy makeover to nip and tuck all the things that needed work after expanding her family and putting her body through it. Loren Bravarnik certainly has no problem going to the gym and toning up naturally. However, she has been candid about going in for cosmetic work to help her achieve the post-baby body that she desires. This is an easy target for fans to have a field day with. Even amid the fan backlash and negative commentary, though, it's obvious that Loren is happy with the choices that she made, as well as the results. Loren Bravarnik took to social media to show off her new bod, as it has now healed from all the work she had. Even though she is proud of the results, her 90 Day Fiancé followers had a lot to say about her cosmetic surgery choices. However, Loren Bravarnik had always been the firecracker of the relationship. Vibrant, confident, and occasionally unpredictable. Since her first appearance on 90 Day Fiancé, fans had watched her blossom into a mother of 3, a social media icon, and a brave woman openly sharing her struggles with postpartum anxiety and Tourette's. But none of that prepared Alexei for what was about to come. It was a crisp Tuesday morning in their Miami apartment. The kids were finally at daycare, and Alexei had just brewed a cup of his favorite Turkish coffee. Loren sat across from him at the breakfast table, nervously fidgeting with her phone case. "I need to talk to you," she said, her voice unusually tentative. Alexei looked up, concerned. "Everything okay?" She nodded slowly. "I've been thinking. I want to get another procedure, a more serious one this time." Alexei put his cup down carefully, trying to mask the worry creeping onto his face. "Another plastic surgery?" Loren gave a small, guilty smile. "Yeah. I want to get a full facial contouring treatment. Cheeks, jawline, a little on my nose too. It's called harmonization. It's popular now, very natural looking." Alexei leaned back in his chair, eyebrows furrowing. "Loren, why? You're beautiful the way you are. You know that, right?" "I do, but," she paused, choosing her words. "This isn't about not loving myself. It's about evolving. I see so many influencers who look polished, refined. I want that too. I want to feel upgraded." He sighed, looking down. "You said that after the tummy tuck, then the breast lift, then the lip filler. I supported you every time, but I'm starting to worry this is never going to stop." "I know it sounds like a lot," Loren said quickly, reaching across the table, "but I've done my research. It's not about changing who I am. It's just enhancing." "Loren," Alexei said gently, "is this about what people say online? About the trolls? Or even the compliments that make you feel like you have to keep up?" A silence fell between them. "Maybe," she whispered, "but it's also about me. I look in the mirror and I still see that awkward girl from high school sometimes. I want to see the woman I feel like on the inside." Alexei stood up, walked around the table, and knelt beside her chair. "You are the strongest, most beautiful woman I know. But if this is truly what you want, and it will help you feel better in your own skin, then I'll be by your side. Always. Just promise me one thing." She looked at him, eyes wide. Promise me you'll do it for the right reasons. And promise me you'll talk to someone too? Like a therapist, not just a surgeon. Loren smiled through glassy eyes. I promise. 6 months later, the camera panned in on Loren walking into the reunion episode of 90 Day Fiancé. Pillow Talk. She looked radiant, subtly different, more refined, but still unmistakably herself. Alexei held her hand proudly, smiling like the day he married her. Social media lit up with reactions, some praising, some criticizing. But Loren didn't flinch. She had done it for her. Not the comments, not the trends. And Alexei. He didn't just see his wife's new face. He saw the same fire in her eyes, a spark that even 100 surgeries couldn't change. However, Loren sat on the balcony of their Miami apartment, cradling baby Asher in her arms while the ocean breeze rustled through the palm trees. Alexei stood behind her, watching the waves crash against the shore. They had just returned from their latest visit to Israel, a visit that had stirred up more than just memories. Alexei placed his hands on her shoulders. We need to talk about it, Lore. She sighed. I know. But you know it's not going to be easy. They had been married for nearly 5 years. They had survived the K-1 visa process, cultural differences, and the chaos of raising 2 boys under 4. But now, a new storm was brewing, a move to Israel. It had started with a simple conversation. Life in Israel is more grounded. Alexei had said one night, less noise, less stress. I want the boys to know where I came from. Loren nodded, understanding his longing for home. She loved Israel too. It was where they met after all. But raising 2 kids thousands of miles away from her parents, that was the part she couldn't digest. They decided to float the idea to both families. The Botniks, Loren's parents, were devastated. Move to Israel? Are you insane? Her mother Marlene shouted over dinner. You want to take our grandchildren halfway across the world. What about us? What about their American education? Their health care? Brian, Loren's father, stayed calm but firm. You're not thinking this through. What happens in an emergency? Or if you've been homesick? It's not just a vacation, Loren. This is permanent. Meanwhile, in Israel, Alexei's parents were thrilled. It's time you came home, his mother, Olga, said, holding her grandson tightly. America gave you your chance. Now give your children their heritage. Alexei's father added, there's family here. Support. Culture. It's where you belong. Back in Miami, Loren cried that night. It feels like we're being torn in 2 directions. The arguing didn't stop. Zoom calls turned into shouting matches. Loren's mother accused Alexei of trying to isolate Loren. Alexei's family claimed the Botniks were controlling and American-centric. Meanwhile, Loren and Alexei were trying to keep their marriage afloat. I love you, Loren whispered one night, but I don't want to lose my family. Alexei held her hand, and I don't want to lose myself. They agreed to take a trial trip to Israel, 3 months. No decisions, just living life and seeing how it felt. In Israel, things were complicated. Loren missed Target and Starbucks. She missed speaking English casually with everyone. But she also loved the community feeling, the way strangers smiled at her kids, the peacefulness of the parks, and how much happier Alexei seemed. Alexei thrived. He reconnected with old friends. The kids started learning Hebrew. Even Loren slowly began to adapt. Then one day, Asher had a fever. Loren panicked. The hospital system was different. The language barrier hit hard, and she felt helpless. I can't do this, she cried. Alexei, torn between his roots and his wife's pain, felt trapped. Back in Miami, they sat down, alone, just the 2 of them. Maybe we do summers there, Loren suggested. Let the kids experience both worlds. Let them know who they are, fully. Alexei nodded slowly. And maybe in the future, if it feels right, we'll stay longer. It wasn't what either family wanted, but it was what they needed. 2 years later, Loren and Alexei split their time between Miami and Israel. The kids were bilingual. Loren had built a support system in both countries. The family still argued sometimes, but slowly they began to understand. Because in the end, the journey wasn't just about where to live, it was about building a home that honored both of their worlds. Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to my channel. I am Amelia. Hope your day is so well. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel.